Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. It's another episode of Story Time. I was just watching a video. A friend of mine, Chris from Shade Tree America, was doing a tool review about Heart Tools. So I highly recommend you check that out. And I saw something in the background that reminded me. He had a box of, I forget what it was, something with Pittsburgh tools on it. And it reminded me that I had worked for Harbor Freight for a short period of time as a part-time job. So I thought I'd share to you my experience, what I learned. It's almost like a review of a business, like rather than a tool, it's a review of a business. And I was excited to go to work for Harbor Freight in Bonita Springs, Florida, down here. And zip code 34135 is where I live. It might be 34134 where the store is located. But brand new store. So I got hired, and the hiring manager, I think the guy's name was David. He was a really nice guy, and he says, you know, excuse me. He said, we need help on the floor, but we also need cashier, and you can make commissions by upselling and selling extended warranties or like warranty plans and stuff like that. So he made it sound like it was the greatest job in the world. I was going to retire in 5 years, and it did not happen that way, as you know. But I like the store because it's cool. Like when you see all these tools, it energizes your brain. You feel like, okay, like I can do this. Certain types of tools are available if you need to do a job. So I like that. And then the one thing I will say that they did very well, they're really good on their marketing and advertising. They would send out these little flyers and newspapers, and they would have like these like coupons, like 20% off, or deals on like batteries and like little lights and stuff like that. So you always had really good value deals, and that's called what do they call that? Oh heck, it'll come to me in a second. It's basically to get you in the door. Man, the term's escaping me, but they were really good about that. So as a cashier clerk, and you're supposed to ask people for all this, their email address. Do you want to sign up for our rewards program? Or I don't even remember what they called it. It's been a while, and I'm so glad I wiped most of that stuff out of my memory banks, and I'm going to tell you why. But they would, you had to wear like a headset, and they would people talking to you constantly during the day and stuff like that. So there was warranty plan. There was like warranty plans, and then getting new subscribers to their advertising. I forget what they called that, but they put a lot of pressure on you. I mean, like it was like ridiculous, stupid pressure, and like I don't like to badger people. That's just not me. I'll try and do my job best of my ability, and if people are like, if you say, like, I forget how they did it, but like, do you have a phone number or an email on file with us? And like, no, and you're supposed to like give it like a sales pitch, like, oh, you can get 10% off, or you can get notifications on sales and deals and all this stuff. And that really wasn't me. One thing they try to talk to you about is if someone like kind of like tries to like decline that, you're supposed to like badger them a little bit to try and get that information. I'm not badgering people. I know what it's like to be a consumer, and I don't like when people do that to me. So needless to say, in that department, and like the extended warranties, yeah, sometimes you could do okay with it. But the one thing I didn't notice about the Pittsburgh tool products from Harbor Freight, a lot of those were like poorly built. They're like China or something like that. And they were always breaking. So you almost had to buy the extended warranty just to cover your to CYA, cover your backside. And but you would make, I don't know, I forget what it was. Different plans gave you a different up bonus. It'd be like $3 here, $2 there, maybe $5 if you had a big unit, whatever. And it just got to be so ridiculous. They were talking to you in your ear all day long. You're trying to wait on customers, and they're talking, how many extended warranties do you have? Da, da, da. And it's like all day long. And it's you might like what my final reply was to the store manager. I kid you not. I clock in at like 7:59 or 8 a.m. I get my headset, go up to the cash register, plug in and everything. At 8:01, they're asking me, how many extended warranties have I sold? Da, 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 da. And there was a young lady I was working with, and I literally been on duty for 60 seconds. So I told the young lady, I said, give me a minute. I got to go have a talk with somebody. So I go over to the manager and I said, hey, yeah, I'm done. I'm done working. He goes, what's wrong? What's wrong? I said, look, I clocked in at 8 o'clock and 8:01. You're asking me for stats on how many extended warranties I've sold. I said, you guys are dumbasses. I said, if I wanted to be nagged, I'd have a wife. Harbor Freight's not my wife. I'm leaving, dude. I'm leaving right now. It was stupidest damn thing. They used to do that all the time. But I was already like on the fence about leaving them. Kid you not. Clocking at 8 o'clock, 8:01, they're asking me how many plans I've sold and all this stuff. And I'm like, people are idiots. Idiots. So that's my story. That's story time. G Money and Harbor Freight, we got a divorce. I done divorced them. That's right. And if you need tools at a cheap price, Harbor Freight, you can go there. I say shop at your own risk. If you have anything mechanical, motorized, that extended warranty might be a good deal. Personally, I don't know. I kind of stay away from those cheap products. But they got some nice stuff. It'll motivate your brain. So as G Money always says, say hi to a stranger. No, wait, that's Ken. That's Ken from Lone Cowboy Adventures. As Ken always says, say hi to a stranger. And as G Money says, stay away from Harbor Freight because they're going to nag you and nag you and nag you.